All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call line la, Alaina with Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai by Hashem, Harakakwadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone who we're going to teach well. And a hearty shalom to the elect. All right, it's your brother Quad is back with another lesson. We talk about this MOTB. All right, the CBDC, the MOTB. All right, and the CBDC is a central bank digital currency. Okay, and the money is going to change into a digital currency. All right, it's going to go from paper money that you can hold in your hand to a digital wallet of some shape, form, or fashion that you can use here in the near future. All right, with the palm of your hand. All right, or that some type of brain implement like the Neuralink. Okay, so before I get into the videos I want to show, I'm going to read these scriptures right quick. This is Revelations 13 and 16, and he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, let's look at this word causeth, okay? The word in the Greek is
Strong's G 4160. Poieo. Poieo.
poeo. Okay, it says to make. All right, it says here, with the name of things made, to produce, construct, form, fashion. All right, and one thing that they are forming, all right, for the world is a digital currency. All right, speaking specifically here in America, Donald Trump just went through and signed his Genius Act bill, which is going to initiate a central bank digital currency for America, and I think it's going to be called a stable coin. Okay, all right. So definition B says to be the authors of, okay, to make, ready, prepare, and they're preparing, all right, America, all right, for a central digital currency. All right, they're preparing America for total control and surveillance. Okay, all right. Let's see what it's. Let's see what it says. All right, it says here to act. No. Yeah, to carry out, to execute. And what are they going to carry out and execute? There's the formation of this digital dollar. Okay. All right, and here we go. Down here in D, it says to make ready, and so to at the same time to institute. All right, what are they going to institute? All right, they're going to institute this central bank digital currency. All right. All right, so let's do this. And it's going to be used in a digital wallet, right? We got bam. This is going to be where your money is in this wallet right here. All right, that's going to go in your right hand, left hand, or on your forehead. Okay. All right, so let's look up. I looked up this central bank digital currency. Central bank digital currencies. A central bank digital currency is a digital form of a country's fiat currency issued and regulated by the national central bank. Characteristics backed by the central bank. Unlike cryptocurrency, CBDCs are centralized and represent a direct liability of the central bank and carrying no credit risk. I'm curious to know what that means. It says digital form of fiat currency. CBDCs are pegged to the country's fiat currency, serve as legal tender like physical cash, but in digital form. So the paper dollar that you have is going to be in the form of some in digits. Okay, so it's going to be transferred from, let's say, your job to your digital wallet, and there's not going to be any need for cash. Okay, and then it goes into some benefits and risks, right? The biggest risk is Revelation 14. All right, that's the biggest risk for taking this device that's going to be backed by or used under the central digital currency. All right, which is this RFID chip, which I just showed you. Right. All right, wherever that thing is. Here we go. Here, right? This right here, or these right here. Okay. All right. So it says here, this is the ultimate risk right here. This is what you're risking. It says here, and the Revelation 14:9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Let's read number 10 in the NLT. It says, must drink the wine of Yahweh's anger. It has been poured full strength into Yahweh's cup of wrath, and they will be tormented with fire and burning sulfur in the presence of the holy angels and the Lamb. All right, let's see what that word tormented is, because torments is coming. All right. All right. Torment in the Greek.
Strong's G 928. Basanidzo. Basanidzo.
It says here, definition 3, to torture. Definition 4, to vex with grievous pain, pains of body or mind. All right, to be harassed, distressed. All right, to the question by applying torture. All right, that's what it's going to be. You're going to go through a lot of pain and suffering. All right, for taking this device, which you should not take. Okay, so I want to go to here. All right. It's the Federal Reserve Board. All right. It says here. No, this wasn't the one, but I'm sure there's some good information in there. And here's that link to cancel website right here, where it shows the progress of every country's digital process, digital dollar process. Okay. Let me close this out. All right, you see America and 6 other countries are in the dark purple. All right, but we just know that they came out with the digital, they're coming out with that Genius Act, or they signed it into law. Okay, and it's in the development phase, right? Literally in the development phase. All right, where is it at? I was looking at, here we go. Just ignore this cookies thing because I'm not going through that process. But I want to show you, where is it at? All right, it says here, how would paying with a CBDC actually work? It says the designs for CBDCs vary, but one made to fit with current payment infrastructure will work like a mobile wallet. All right, and mobile just means something that's movable. All right, and your hand is movable, right? It says anyway, a central bank could issue the digital money to financial institutions for distribution, or even directly to your digital wallet. And what do you think your digital wallet is going to be? All right, this right here. All right. It says here, let's see, what this is. It says just like direct deposits of a government social benefit or stimulus payment, you could then pay at checkout much the same way you do today with the phone. All right, but what are you going to be using? What are you going to be using? You're going to be using this RFID CHIP. All right, this implant. All right, and you see how right here, if you look, it's getting implanted into the skin. All right. All right. But anyway, let's go back over here. Right here it says the U.S. Federal Reserve, U.S. digital dollar. The U.S. Federal Reserve is researching and developing a digital dollar, but the projects behind the digital euro and is likely to require congressional approval, which could delay its implementation. All right, let's see what the Swiss roll is. The Society for Worldwide Interbanking Financial Telecommunications, SWIFT, is also working on enabling digital assets and currency transactions over its network, with its live trials starting in 2025. So we in 2025. So they got trials of digital